Nothing much left to that.
This time on the Highway Thru Hell.
Look out!
Rock slides
Gary!
cause a head-on collision.
Holy moly.
That has Jamie under the gun.
Well, I want to get this highway open.
And a harrowing ride of the Coke.
Whiteout conditions.
Look, you can't even see.
Avalanche here.
Pushes Kevin to his breaking point.
We shouldn't even be here. My ass is puckered right up now. I don't need to die for my job.
In the rugged mountains of the Pacific Northwest, there's a highway like no other. The Coquihalla is an engineering marvel. But when the weather turns bad...
Look out!
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of truck accidents.
Keeping the Coke open takes an army.
When the highway shuts down, the world shuts down.
And a last line of defense.
En route.
A heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because here, closure is not an option.
Watch out!
2 sets of chains to go up the hill.
It's been the snowiest winter in 3 decades, and winter isn't over yet.
The Coke's a mess. Gonna need to chain up.
Snow and ice on the Coke have drivers scrambling to get through the mountains any way they can.
Must be got slammed here pretty hard, boy. Holy.
Down at Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue, the crew is gearing up for the next battle.
Well, you can bear hug it then. I'll leave you with that.
I've got everybody kind of motivated to get on their trucks and get them fixed up and cleaned up and, you know, kind of get our act together so that when things hit the fan again, we're ready to go.
It's Kevin's job to keep his rescue truck stocked up to Jamie's standards. But Jamie's not always pleased with his performance.
Anything you need, you get.
Sometimes,
Fill the truck up.
Tomorrow, we'll
Oh,
go
I
there.
forgot. Oh, it wasn't there.
I'll
Oh, I'm
take
gonna
2
do it tomorrow.
pickups full
Make a list,
home.
make it happen.
Then you get to one job and you don't have that one thing, and then everybody comes down on you like, why don't you have that? It's like, well.
Today, Kevin could be excused for being a bit distracted. He just got his hands on some high-tech gear.
Got it on Monday. Just trying to get used to what all these numbers on the screen do and what to look for.
Kevin got a camera in a pawn shop, and he started filming our accidents.
I feel like I gotta get all the action. That's a mess. See this new bad boy?
Wow. I think he just needs a little bit more guidance and a little more tricks and knacks of the trade, but once he gets those down, he'll be good.
I'll actually leave this sitting right here on, ready to go. And then if I can, I'll just grab it. I wanted to show my buddies, you know, what kind of work I do, like back home, or show my mom or my family. Still looking at the road while I'm driving. I'm not gonna be young forever, so I would like to back away from this and get into the film industry a little more and do more shooting. Do something different while I still can.
On the other side of the yard, Sammy is tending to the rest of the fleet.
Sammy does everything.
I work in the yard, get things organized and stuff like that. Oh, I love it. It's awesome. It's a great job.
Sammy's a low man on the totem pole right now, but got a great attitude and people love him.
One for Rich, anyone's back.
Everybody's always calling for him. Hey, Sammy, Sammy, help me, help me. So he's always helping everybody around here.
If I scratch the side of my truck, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Well, no, just learn how to drive.
Not all the guys pull their weight around here like he does, I'll tell you that. Well, keep working it, buddy.
You don't got this truck washed yet?
You can walk all the way around, buddy.
He's my sidekick. He's rescue guy number 2. And he's actually older than me, and everything I ask him to do, he does. He doesn't question me and stuff like that. He just does it. That's good. That's coming out good.
Yeah. I do this and then still go out, do the wrecks. I love it.
If we get a wreck tonight, well, then it'll be dirtier for tomorrow.
That's right.
If you take Sammy and Kevin and line the two up together, they're yin and yang. Even when Sammy's having a bad day, he's having a good day.
Gotta work hard and get strong.
When Kevin's having a bad day, he's having a bad day.
Pisses me off. I'm gonna smash that window myself.
It's probably not far down or anything, I wouldn't think.
At 9:30, Jamie gets a call to tow a moving van that got hit by a falling boulder. The steep canyons along the highway are notorious for rock slides. Here, even a single rock, pried loose by ice and rain, can be deadly.
Guess a rock went through the roof or something, and that's all the info we got, so.
We were driving along and just smash! She just hit the roof. It was probably about the size of a microwave. So lucky though, like 2 seconds before, I had just leaned back and the rock like came down and the roof all caved like right in front of my face. It was wild. No warning.
Oh, no warning at all.
Didn't see anything. There was no debris on the road, so I wouldn't even have thought to look out for it.
Pretty traumatic for them part. If it was a bigger rock, it definitely would have gone through and she definitely would have been dead. If not dead, very seriously injured. So I think someone upstairs was definitely looking after them.
Not everyone is so lucky. In 1965, just outside of Hope, the entire side of a mountain crashed down onto the highway, burying 3 vehicles and leaving 4 people dead.
There was transport trucks in there, a few cars that are underneath the rock still to this day.
The road was buried under 300 feet of mud and rock.
They just rerouted the road. That's how they fixed it. That could happen again. We get rock slides in the canyon all the time.
On these mountain roads, even a small slide can trigger a disaster.
Was it a big wreck up there or what? How many trucks?
2. They're all scrap material.
That night, a semi swerving to avoid a falling boulder causes a head-on collision. The call comes in to Jamie at just after 4 a.m.
Just north of trying to bar, one guy just swerved to miss a rock, and then one guy went over the bank, and one truck burnt to the ground.
The truck was over the embankment, and they're unsure whether there's any other vehicles with it.
Is it bumps and bruises or serious?
Seemingly, the 2 drivers are being brought down to the Hope Hospital.
Ever.
This job's a huge job. I've dispatched flagging, flatbeds, big wreckers, the rescue's going. This is China Bar Tunnel. It's supposed to be just on the other side of this. Oh, see the rock slide there? Unbelievable. Nothing much left to that, eh? And there's one over the bank here, too. Holy moly. Good 100 feet down.
It's just before dawn. Jamie's crew arrives at the scene of a head-on collision between 2 semis.
Nothing much left to that, eh? Unbelievable. Good 100 feet down.
A rock slide onto the highway sent a large stone through the windshield of a Super Bee, knocking the driver unconscious, sending him into the path of an oncoming truck. Both rigs burst into flames on impact. The Super Bee slammed into the rock face. The burning reefer plunged over the cliff.
Holy moly.
By the time Jamie's crew arrives, fire and rescue have left the scene. Both drivers have been taken to the hospital.
Unbelievable, man.
The road has been closed for hours, and highway authorities want it open now.
I'd like to get it open as quick as we can. Public safety is our #1 concern, but we also have a lot of commercial goods that are being held up. So I want to get this highway open.
To do that, Jamie needs to get what's left of the Super Bee off the road, while working directly beneath an unstable cliff.
Just pull this thing, and if these legs dig in too bad, we'll stop, but at least we'll go 5 feet ahead or whatever.
Hugo and Adam drag the hopper trailers onto the road so they can be hooked up and towed away. But clearing what's left of the burnt-out cab is a bigger challenge.
Burn jobs in general are hard to handle. It was totally wrecked, couldn't be towed. It needed to be cut up to be moved properly because any bigger pieces couldn't fit on the flatbed, so we had to put it in pieces to get it onto the flatbed to get it off the road.
As Kevin fires up an acetylene torch to cut up the cab, Jamie spies a new problem. A leaking pool of green winter diesel fuel.
Hang on. We've got a fuel leak here. We burn it, it sparks. That catches on fire, right? So we can't have that.
The diesel needs to be siphoned into a barrel, but someone left the barrel back in the yard.
I had a barrel in here yesterday and Sammy took it out. There again, I look stupid.
Like
we should have put it in the back.
I was up till 9 o'clock last night because I moved my thing ahead and I'm doing a bunch of work.
Well, what do we do with it?
Generator in there and stuff, you know.
Drink it?
It's a mistake. That's all, you know, happens.
So,
and Sammy took the barrel out of my truck.
Okay, stop. Just stop for a minute, okay? Go take a 5-minute breather.
That pisses me off.
Sammy and Kevin don't always get along.
There again, I look like the stupid one.
Kevin can be really growly to deal with, and Sammy will go, you know what? I'm not dealing with your today, buddy, and they'll get into it.
He decides for apparent reason to take it off.
And if they're having a bad day, well, have a bad day. I don't care. Well, whatever.
If he didn't like it up there for the meantime, he should have threw it in the back.
I'm getting a headache. You guys have a bad day by yourself. I'm busy. Ken, get the mini berm up on the shelf on the right-hand side.
Jamie improvises using a portable spill tray called a mini berm.
Okay, get that started up.
The crew scrambles to scoop out the diesel.
Where's that bucket?
Buckets, buckets, buckets.
But the delay doesn't go unnoticed.
Shoot for 9:15, but 9:30 at the latest.
Come on, Jimmy.
They're given 20 minutes to do a 2-hour job.
Hey, Hugo, get your gloves and give them a hand here, okay? But they want this highway open like right now.
With time tight, Adam goes back to cutting down the cab before the diesel fuel is all drained.
Just cutting a bolt to this cab, we can lift this cab onto our deck truck.
We don't want a bunch of this on fire.
Just lift that up.
Lift it out of the way. Okay, are we ready? We're going up. We need that mini berm now. Okay.
I didn't see them coming from behind, so I got down.
It's not the camera, it's the attitude that goes with it. Can't you see I'm filming here? Meanwhile, you need him to do his job.
I should put it away pretty quick and start helping again.
Before the highway can open, all the scraps need to be off the road.
We've got only 5 minutes left to get the road open in time. We're under pressure right now. Let's get off the highway, buddy. Right now. Don't matter what you're doing, get off the road.
So can I talk to the flaggers and just tell them go? Yeah, we got the all clear.
Yeah, the road's finally open.
Traffic is moving, but for Jamie, the job isn't done. The other truck is at the bottom of a steep ravine, and he's got to get it out.
You know, it's over the bank, probably 100 feet. Not much left of it.
With another storm forecast for tonight, Jamie wants to wrap up this job today. To do that, he must pull up the fire-gutted shell of a trailer in one piece. But first, somebody's got to climb down and rig it.
Hey, Sammy! Okay, grab that block, run it down to Sam.
The tough job works its way down the heavy rescue food chain.
Okay, we'll do this one first, Sammy.
At least it's not pissing down rain.
You seen the snow up on 3 yesterday, man.
Yeah?
Oh.
What's for the rocks?
I heard them girls were hot.
Drag it down to the truck so we know how much we got.
A little more. Got a snatch block down there. And gonna see if we can hook it up with a long enough cable.
Keep going. You need a hand, Sammy?
One of the guys on the salvage crew finally volunteers to give Sammy a hand.
Just like your logging days, eh?
And when the job needs a third rigger,
3. 1, 2, 3. You go down. I got to pull rank this time.
down below, Sammy and the others struggle to rig the heavy chain to the fire-damaged trailer.
We've got hundreds of pounds of chain, and it's just hard to hold it up and pull it tight. It's just heavy rigging. And half the crew's up top watching.
Just capturing what kind of carnage we got.
Gotta take a breather.
Is everybody clear below?
We're coming up.
He's a rookie, and he's pooped out from going up and down that bank about 4 times. Oh well.
You should be down there. It's your job.
The rookie's got to go down the bank.
Yeah.
I put my time in going
Oh,
up and down.
you know what? You got no balls to go down there. Yeah, one more.
Sammy's busting his ass here. He's up and down the bank. He's doing really well.
I want scotch after there.
No scotch.
I need a bottle of scotch.
Yeah, a little bottle of scotch, please. The boss says a little bottle of scotch, too.
The rigging is finally ready. The challenge now is pulling the fragile trailer up the hill without it falling apart.
Well, the rock's gonna rip it all apart. We don't want that to happen. You know what I could do? I could maybe just drag it this way a bit for you. Okay, let's get this rotator.
Got enough chain there?
To free the trailer, Jamie has Sammy and Hugo run a line from his rotator.
Got it, Hugo? It's good.
Jamie and Adam will have to carefully coordinate their winch lines to inch the fragile trailer sideways around the snag.
Hey, at least his tires are rolling, so that's good.
Hold it right there. Well, what we're doing right now is I'm just doing kind of directionally moving it around the rock, right? So I'm steering it.
If the trailer breaks apart, it could take another full day to pull up all the pieces.
Am I away from the rock?
Keep going.
The plan works.
Hey, I need the low bed up here.
Because it's too destroyed to tow, the burnt-out hulk has to be hauled away on a low-bed trailer. But Jamie's worried about pieces flying off.
Come on back, buddy. It's hanging over quite a bit. It's pretty looking. So we're gonna have to chop saw that off. Whatever's left over can go in the bin truck.
Can-do Sammy once again steps up to the plate, while Kevin covers his back.
Sammy, I promised him a bottle of scotch because he worked so hard, and he deserved the extra bonus. A great part of the team.
2 bottles of scotch tonight.
2 bottles of scotch tonight.
He deserved 2 bottles of scotch.
By late afternoon, Jamie's crew is doing mop-up.
2 complete semis, burnt on the ground, 1 a B train, 1 a reefer trailer, 1 200 feet down a bank, and we've got our crews lick that whole thing up.
Both lanes of the highway are finally open, but danger remains.
We're concerned that if any more rock comes down, it just comes straight out onto the road and will hit any cars that are passing by.
A geologist is brought in to make a visual inspection of the unstable cliff.
We'll bring a crew out to do the scaling up there.
But for now, the need to keep the highway moving outweighs the risk of another rock slide. Tomorrow, a team of scalers will determine just how safe the cliff really is.
Beer o'clock right now.
Yeah.
After a hard day's work, Jamie's crew settles into what they call beer o'clock. And Jamie makes good on his promise to Sammy.
Sammy, he worked so hard. He gave it his all that day. He put in an extra effort, probably more than the other guys did at the job site. You got hustled your ass so hard today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you love scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I promised?
Yep, you did.
I promised you 2 bottles of scotch?
Yep.
Well, they didn't have 2 bottles of scotch, but I got 1 big one.
1 big one. No problem. Thank you, sir.
As your employee of the day.
Yep, that's right. I thought Bollywood was.
No, no. He talks the talk, but he don't do the walk, right?
Now it's scotch time. Bula. Ah, very good. Well, good. Now we can rock and roll.
At 7:30, Jamie heads home to his family. Back in the shop, Sammy settles in for the night.
After wrecks and stuff, I come in. I do my own thing.
During the week, Jamie's office doubles as living quarters for Sammy, who's also the night watchman.
And I have a shower, right? I have a shower. There is a bed, like I had a bed. Yeah, snowflake. Hey, buddy. Everything's all there. Fridge, stove, plus TV. Well, I'm here to work. That's all there is to it. It's like camp, man. You go on a camp, you work, right? I'm from Fiji. I came here when I was 13. I didn't want to come here. My dad says, oh, all the kids gotta go. I said, okay. Okay, you know what? I made a good move, I think. I work here and I go home. That's it. I work for my family. I gotta take care of my kids, my wife, because I love them so much.
Across town, Kevin is spending his evening reviewing his work.
My old man, he was like a running geek when it came to electronics. Like, he worked in TV. Everything they had, he had to have too. Yeah. Ah, see, I up with the focus there. You know, my dad wanted me to get into the media world, and I basically told him if I wanted to be a truck driver, and he told me truck drivers are basically so him and me had it out, and I haven't talked to him since. I should have listened to him now when I look back, but at the same time, who needs him? I haven't needed him in 20 years. Why would I need him now? Sort of thing, right? The Red Dream Team, all in action. I've known Jamie for about 10 years. I got total respect for Jamie. I've sort of adopted him as my dad, you know, because him and me, like, we've talked and we've had deep conversations. I guess we both adopted each other. Focus, 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 focus. Focus.
This morning, Kevin has driven outside town to videotape a notorious wreck. Last year, 2 trucks collided on a bridge and went over the side.
Well, the one truck flipped over and landed pretty much right here. Another truck come around the corner about 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, smashed into him, and then they both went over, both trucks.
Because the recovery was so difficult, the truck has been left where it landed.
That's the worst one I've seen. I hate bridges, just because I've seen so many trucks go off them.
The experience stirs up Kevin's own fears.
I'm never in too big of a hurry, because I don't want to die. You do enough of these truck wrecks, you just learn to slow down, right?
One of his biggest fears is his own rescue truck.
My new truck, you know, I get scared driving that. It's a little different truck for me. It's very scary. That's a city truck. That truck's normally going out from a fire hall to going 5 or 10 miles and back again. Everybody else's truck here has a hood on it and a motor in front of them. So if they get hit, they got some protection. If I get hit, I got no protection. Like this bumper is just a bumper, right? It'll get squished just as quick as I'll get squished, you know? Pretty scary to think about sometimes. I don't need to die for my job.
Come down there, let her rip!
At the scene of yesterday's rock slide, a team of scalers has been called in to make sure the cliff is stable. They're led by Mike Rasta Blasta Hall.
Rasta Blasta. As people say, what do? I say I hang off ropes and blow up. Ugh. I went into business 11 years ago under Camira Springs Rockwork. I started rock scaling when I was 18. I mean, it's a pretty cool job. Once you've been up there, I mean, it's not like you can go back to sitting at a desk. You know what I mean? You need the rush. Today, we're just trying to stabilize this bluff. Once you've had a slide and an accident, and the only way to make it safe is to go up there and check it.
That's where the original slide came from the other day. Just old weathered rock. It's all split open, cracked, busted, lots of big voids behind it, but we'll get in there and make it so if nothing else is loose, and that'll be about it.
This is a scaling bar, weighs 17 pounds. This is to open the crack. You use the pick. And then once the crack is open, then you use the spoon to open the crack up. And then you just use your force the rest of the way.
They're allowed to close the road for no more than 20 minutes at a time.
If you go over 20 minutes, that's your limit. The whole thing is keep the traffic moving, right? That's why we're here.
Adding to the pressure, it starts to snow.
My fingers are numb. Oh, come on, fingers, get warm.
Just everything's twice as hard when it's snowing. Normally, we don't work in the snow, but this is an emergency call out.
Oh, yeah.
It's pitching right here.
Basically, there's two main causes for destabilization in the canyon. You've got what we call frost jacking, like a little bit of water will get into a crack, then it freezes at night, the ice expands, so the crack gets a little bigger, more rain gets in, freezes again, and then the trees. Because everywhere there's a tree up there, it'll be growing into a crack. Trees can move mountains. You guys are gonna get picked off. All right.
That was a near one.
Kids stay in school.
Yeah.
This is when you tell them that.
Mike pays close attention to the safety of his crew.
Somebody's got to watch, because when you're up there, you usually get kind of a tunnel vision. You're focused on the one you're taking.
Oh, that was almost my leg. Yeah, buddy. Ah.
Give him a hand, hurry up, Connor. We got about 8 minutes. I want this hang done.
Just let me get this little stuff.
We gotta run traffic, I mean.
Well, all this stuff is loose. I can't leave it.
Guys, got about 4 or 5 minutes. Come on, get that one out and tighten her up. Don't make me come up there and make you monkeys look bad. Okay, guys, you gotta tighten her up, buddy.
I'm working on it. There's still a couple, hold on.
The last boulder they want to break loose isn't budging.
It's all the roots that's holding it, eh? Oh, no, that's solid.
Oh, she ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere.
Okay, you guys can come down.
Okay.
We're good to go, hey, Chuck. Another good day on the hill.
High up on the Coke, snow is falling much harder.
Anybody know what the Coke's like?
5 coming up, Larson, you have to take it real easy. She's pretty slick.
Adam heads up to pull a semi out of a ditch. Meanwhile, down in Jamie's yard, Kevin's trying to focus on another wreck.
No smokestack. The Coquihalla got my smokestack.
That's my passion, I guess you could say. That's my second passion. Trying to be my first passion, but I'm trying to make 2 and 2 work together, and it's not that easy.
Jamie gets word the snowstorm on the Coke has gotten worse.
Anybody know what's going on the Coke?
I don't advise anybody to go up at all, period.
Okay, much appreciated there. Closed, that's what they're saying.
Jamie wants Kevin and Sammy to head up the Coke to help Adam.
It's just up right in the median, Mine Creek. Not very far down, right? So that's about all you need. So you guys can roll out.
But Kevin thinks it's a waste of time.
I'll get after the thing will be done and over with and out of the ditch. I'm so sick of this place.
I don't know what to say to him. Be grumpy by yourself, I'm busy.
I hope the job's half done by the time we get there. The road's closed. What do you need traffic control for when the road's closed? It's good enough. Put it in his tank.
Yeah, well, somebody gotta tell him.
Just put it in his tank.
As they leave the yard, there's little sign of the bad weather up on the mountain.
There it is, 10 to 6 at night, and we gotta deal with some in the ditch when we could do it in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, Jamie doesn't care about his personal life, but I have one. I like to enjoy it. I've asked for a heater to clean these windows in this thing for 6 months. Feels like I can't see a foot in front of me. Like the windshield wipers broken on that side for a month. Now here we go. We're really ourselves. I'll go pick it up. I'll do it. You take too long. I knew something was gonna happen up there. You can just feel it.
We'll be okay.
Kevin and Sammy are heading up the Coke in a snowstorm to assist Adam. As they climb the hill, the storm finally appears. Due to the heavy snowfall up at the top, a highway crew has closed the Coke to all but emergency traffic.
You're gonna let me through, buddy. Shut the door. I think we'll chain up right here. Get the blocks out. I thought I would never use these again this year. Oh, I'm so sick of winter. I'm so sick of this job.
I'll be there in a minute.
Whiteout conditions.
So hard.
They should close this highway completely.
Yeah, they should. It's pretty bad. I don't think I've been in that big. Look, you can't even see.
I don't know where that edge of the road is.
I know.
I barely know where this side is.
Yeah.
As they climb higher up the mountain, visibility drops to near zero. And that's not the only danger.
Anybody out there? I think we just had an avalanche here.
Where?
I'm at the chain up, and my truck got covered in snow.
My ass is puckered right up now.
The avalanche hit a section of the Coke they just passed. Now the road behind them is closed.
Got the road closed, and now avalanches are starting. We shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to high hazard. The big slides that came out was much bigger than we didn't expect from the amount of snow that we had.
Holy I'm scared. I was watching the mountain. I can't believe this right now. This is nuts.
On either side of them are known high-risk avalanche paths.
Yeah,
well, to get sent out in this. You know, there's a thing about safety, but I'm not the boss. I don't make the corporate decision. I'm just one of the lackeys. Goes along for the ride. Snow plows. That's snow plows.
The road conditions are now so bad that even the plows are getting stuck.
Let's stay in here, Sammy. I'm at Jamie Davis. So I guess there's an avalanche behind us?
Just ahead, he sees Adam's truck.
Can I get around you just to go up and help them? Is that possible?
Well, you can walk, that's what it is.
Okay.
After 40 minutes of white-knuckle driving, Kevin finally reaches Adam.
How's it going?
Now you show up.
But the job he came to help with just ended. And due to the avalanche, they can't go home the way they came.
Another waste of time coming up here. I do it. Now I'm 40 minutes from home and I gotta drive 2 extra hours to get home. I'm gonna this off.
You guys want me to go on top?
The next morning, Sammy's up early washing trucks with Jamie's son, Brandon.
Sun's out, guns out.
Driving this thing, it scares the shit out of me, and it scared me again last night. Yesterday was some of the worst conditions I've seen in a long time. Who wants to go up there when the highway's closed? Not me, but we went anyway, you know? Saved the day. Closure is no option, but it was closed. It was avalanche conditions. Why don't we have avalanche beacons? I've mentioned that for a couple of years. Like yesterday, we could have used them because we could have been right in that avalanche. We just missed that by less than 5 minutes.
After last night's harrowing ride, Kevin is at the end of his rope.
Kevin was telling me that he wants to talk to me about his truck. He's got some issues with it, so just waiting to get an earful from him.
One, that truck's got no protection if somebody hits me. And two, you know, if we don't have avalanche beacons and something happens or peeps, nobody can find us. We were in a bad avalanche zone last night. How come we don't have peeps?
We'll get them. We won't need them now.
We won't need them now,
next
but I
spring,
mean,
next winter, if you're still here, we'll get that done.
If he doesn't want to get them, I'm just going to say no. I'm not going up when there's avalanche risk, you know? That's my safety, and I'm the captain of my own ship, so in the end, I don't want to die.
For Sammy, this afternoon begins a rare weekend off.
Take me home, brother.
His plan is to spend it like he always does, hitching a 2-hour ride to visit his family.
When they do a delivery out there, they're taking a car to salvage or something. I catch a ride.
Sammy's wife and 3 children live in a Vancouver suburb.
Zach? Okay, work is 24/7. Here I come and I relax, sleep, eat, and do a little workout stuff and with the kids.
Once in a while, if my dad comes around, we just spar a little bit, you know, try to keep him up to shape, I guess.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, hold on, my pants coming out, man.
Sorry.
Hey, you're not supposed to hold.
Sorry. He's a very happy, joy guy, a good dad, and he's raised us pretty good.
Bula!
Back in Hope, Kevin takes the rescue truck out for a late-night run.
I've been doing a lot of thinking in the last little while. I got a lot of years to live yet, and a lot of things I still want to do that I haven't done in life. I would like to get into the film industry and do more shooting. He's going a little faster than I would want to be going without a trailer on a road like this tonight. I might just call her quits because 7 years of doing it, I'm done seeing wrecks, I'm done seeing dead bodies, I'm pretty much done all that. It's getting to me. I've been driving truck for a lot of years and now it's getting to the point where I don't want to do it. You want my license? I'll give it to you.
Next time on the Highway Through Hell.
I don't get mad very much, I tell you. That just makes me want to punch him out. Holy moly.
A truck full of mail goes off a cliff.
What's that noise?
And a rotten cable
You get them guys on the other side, tell them to get out of the way.
pushes Adam over the edge.
Today Adam goes on strike.
A mountain of bills
Every 30 days.
forces Jamie to lay off 2 of his top guys.
It could happen anytime to any one of us.
Have a seat.